Hello, grade 9. This is Mr. Mahmoud. I hope you are fine and everything is fine with you. Today's lesson is about the aspects of economic, art, and luxury diversity in Western Europe. The last lessons we have learned about the diversity in these two major countries in Western Europe, Germany and France, and mostly it was cultural diversity. In today's lesson, we're gonna know about the economic and art luxury in Western Europe diversity. First, agriculture to high tech. The biggest agriculture industry in Western Europe, in France especially, it's dairy farming, and it provides most of the agriculture income in Belgium, France, and Netherlands. That's why it's very, very, very important. These countries produce and export dairy products. In addition, France is the largest producer of agricultural products in Western Europe. Its major crops include wheat, grapes, and vegetables. Western Europe was leader in developing industry because it was rich in coal and iron ore. Today, the region has three of the Europe's top manufacturing nations: France, Germany, and Netherlands. Tourism and luxury. Because of its varied scenery, mild climate, and historic sites, Western Europe is popular with tourists. Tourism is a major part of the French, Swiss, and Austrian economics, and Western Europe exports luxury goods to the world. For example, some German cars and Swiss watches are considered status symbols. They faced some economic problems, especially in Germany. And Germany has had economic problems recently. When Germany reunified, the new nation faced difficulties because the West had much higher standard of living. East Germany's factories were outdated compared with those in the West, and many shut down. Germany has been working steadily to foster growth in former East Germany. But progress will take time. By 1998, the East produced only 6% of the nation's export. Of course, the West was unique in industries, but the East was part of the Soviet Union and the industries wasn't going so well. And when they reunified, what happened that the eastern part of Germany wasn't that outdated as the western part, but later they worked very well together. I'm gonna talk about the music now. In Germany and Austria are famous for music. We have very big musicians from especially Germany and Austria, like Johann Sebastian Bach, who wrote music for church service and wrote German. So was Ludwig van Beethoven. That's Beethoven. And as we see here, that's Bach. And other works, he wrote music even after going deaf. Those are including Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and that's Mozart, guys, who was a child genius. So these are the biggest musicians of their time: Mozart, Beethoven, and Bach. Bach, Beethoven, and Mozart. About painting, it's a very important aspect because the leaders of painting actually were from Western Europe. France and Netherlands have had many important painters, like Jan van Eyck was painter from Flanders, a region now divided among France, and this is the big painter Eyck. And he perfected and techniques for using oil paints. Then Jan Vermeer and Rembrandt, that's Jan Vermeer, and here we can find Rembrandt were Dutch artists who painted with great realism. Major French painters include the Impressionists Claude Monet, here we have Claude Monet, and Post-Impressionists Paul Cézanne and Paul Gauguin, that's Paul Cézanne and Paul Gauguin here, who paved the way for modern art. And that's enough for today. Wait me please for the next video, and thank you very much for your listening. Have a great time.